So Wolves 1, Tottenham 2, and really disappointed. I'm really not heartbroken. It wasn't like the FA Cup semi-final, but disappointed to give it away a game which really we should have won. And there's a part of me that was thinking before the game that we would be able to beat Spurs because we've shown it before. There's another part of me that thought a point would be a great result, but as the game panned out, we were superb. We played really well. I'd argue that was probably our best performance this season, particularly at home. It's just really disappointing to not take our chances, and that's why I think that's where we need to be looking really in the January transfer window. If we had a Jamie Vardy or somebody like that, that game would have been out of sight. So many players stood out to me today. The back three, I've been very critical, I think, of Connor Cody recently, but he was superb. Marshalling that defence as well against a very tough front three for Spurs. You've got Son and Kane and Mora, who were picked up by each of the back three, and they all did a magnificent job in keeping them relatively quiet. Just 2 lapses in concentration, which ultimately has cost us a point, but it should have been 3. The number of times that we bothered Tottenham and got down the sides of them and stuff like that, I think it was really frustrating to not come away with 3 points. But it's not I don't think it's really anybody's fault. I haven't watched the goal again, but the second goal, the winning goal for Spurs, you would hope that somebody's going to pick up Jan Vertonghen, the biggest player in the box. It didn't look like he had anybody anywhere near him, and he was able to just slot the ball home very comfortably. Very disappointing really to concede a goal in the last minute. We're so used to seeing Wolves score last minute winners, but then to concede one is disappointing. But it shows the progress that we've made. I don't want to keep on going on and on about the progress that we've made, but just from the beginning of the season to now, the fact that Spurs were celebrating like they'd won the league at the end of the game, the fact that they were wasting time from the 10th minute once they had gone 1-0 up, I think there was a few moments which made me think that we are being respected now. And Mourinho's come out after the game and talked about how good Wolves are as a team, and the stadium and Nuno and everything, which is really pleasing to hear. But it's frustrating because it feels like we should be able to do better. We've got some fantastic players and we play some really magnificent football at times, and we're controlled and we're very good defensively, but there's just something missing. I think maybe it's a little bit of experience, maybe it's because they're all still very young and they're growing and they're developing, and they will become world beaters one day, and I'm sure that we will. I think if you consider the average age of our team, I think it's still only 24. João Moutinho and Raul Jimenez are probably and Patricio the oldest players in the squad, at sort of 33 with Moutinho and 28, 29 with Jimenez. It's amazing how good we've been, and if you just imagine the progress that we will make and all the players will make individually over the next couple of years, it's a very exciting time. It's just, I don't know, it just feels like we're so close to something great at the moment, but we just keep on slipping up at the moment. But still very pleased with the performance. It's just got to be more clinical. Just a word on Adama Traore and how, again, he was fantastic today. Caused Spurs all kinds of problems in the back, and gave them so much to think about all the time. I mentioned it last week, I'll mention it again. The rule about professional fouls has to be looked at. I said last week that I think it should be a sin bin or something like that, because it's a tackle that's worse than a yellow card. But I'm a little bit concerned now for Traore's safety, without being too, but he's been chopped down 6-7 times in the last 2 games, really dangerously, by players, and they take it in turns. And yeah, it's part of the game, and we do it as well. But when it's constantly on one player throughout a game, it becomes a concern for their safety. So just something to think about. But anyway, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope that you are trying to look at the positives as well from today, because there were so many. As the game was going on, I did not want that game to end. It was the most enjoyable game at Molineux that I've had for a long time. They were end to end. Wolves wanted to win the game at 1-1. Had to see Spurs hanging on. Spurs were not the same Spurs that we saw last year. They looked tired. They looked weak. Kane looked dreadful. I thought he was really poor today compared to last season when he came. But ultimately, they got the 3 points tonight, and they'll be going home the happier. But anyway, thank you very much. Don't forget to check out the other videos on the channel and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Buzzing down the chip shop, by now you must have heard the Wolves I'm going to Wembley, buzzing either word.